So the format today, we'll do this. We'll go ahead and introduce this guest speaker. We'll hear the experience, ask some more questions, and then we're gonna go ahead talk about a few things. Coach's corner. I know a lot of people were asking about that. We'll talk about the final push of getting calls booked if you're interested, connecting with us deeper, and then lastly, we're gonna end with an amazing meditation by Mr. Law of Attraction himself. Not recorded. It's about to be recorded. He's gonna do it live. He's gonna do it live on Zoom with us all. So it's gonna be amazing. So, DeAndre, do you want to say anything before we get started and we hand the
Yes,
mic
yes,
to
yes.
Rachel? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I'm super excited. Look at this, guys. So this is one thing I've noticed of studying this for many years and having many clients is that everybody can start amazing. Everybody can start amazing. This is in any industry. Anybody can start amazing, but to finish, that's a whole other story. Just to become in the 1%, sometimes you just got to finish. Where most people will start something and they don't finish. Now, shout out to the people watching the recording. So you're still here, you're still locked in. But some people they didn't make it today, and that's just part of the game. You guys did, and that's how it works. So, anyways, guys, I want to give a nice little story because here's what I've come to realize. There is teaching theory. Like I could sit here and teach a stick figure. I can teach through stories, right? Telling stories. We can hear from other people's stories. There's different ways that you can consume this information. And sometimes getting emotionally involved with somebody else's story is one of the best ways. So I want to give a shout out to Rachel. You're going to hear from her right now. So Rachel found me, as most people did, on YouTube. And as soon as we got on the call, I knew she was going to work with me. And we've had this consistent joke. Rachel always takes the calls in the car. So this is probably one of the rare times I see Rachel at the desk. So it's really fun. You'll hear a little bit about her story as a mom and just running everything, running her own business out of San Francisco and the San Francisco area, I believe. And it's just an amazing to see how much she has grown. So one of the best things I told Rachel when first getting started was, Rachel, I can feel the stress on you. Just when you get started here, I know it was a big hike for you. She started with, I'm sure she'll share a little bit how she got started. I told her this, Rachel, do nothing for the next 2 weeks. Just trust the process. Actually chill out and relax. And she trusted the process. And sure enough, within that first month, some quantum leaps started to happen in her business, which is share here briefly. So, Rachel, welcome in. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I have I'm sure, a really relatable story. Mom driving kids to school, entrepreneur paying the bills. If you live anywhere near San Francisco, you know it's expensive. But I'll try and keep it super brief. So, yeah, I met DeAndre through YouTube. I was exactly his ideal client, like searching, searching, searching. I've been in business a long time and was reaching and had a really tough year last year personally in business and in my personal life. And I was just reaching and I was like, you know what? I didn't really relate to the cars and all that, but I related to the message. And so I contacted him and I was totally at a crossroads and just spinning and stressed, like he said. And one of the coolest things about DeAndre was he just in that first like conversation just helped me figure out my shit. Like I'm doing too much. I need to focus. And the reason why, you know, a photo has always come to me is because it's a God gift, which I knew because I have a photography business. I've had it for a very long time. And yeah, and so I just knew from that first call, I'm like, I have to take this leap and do it. And it was stressful. I mean, when you're under stress and you don't have a bunch of cash flow coming in, making a big purchase is a leap. It's like the terror barrier that he talked to about yesterday. And it's so crazy because I've been listening to all the calls, I've been doing all the things that he says, and I legit like still keep learning from him. So everything I say is it's you guys you got to just listen to him. So if you don't sign up, then you got to like keep listening to his YouTubes and listen to everything he says and do it repetitively. So what happened to me is I had a tough year last year and I decided, okay, I'm going to stop this one thing and I'm going to just focus on this. And I'm an implementer like he is. So that's why he told me to chill because I was spinning. And so when I calmed down and started doing exactly what he said and just doing the repetition, listening to the things in the program over and over and over again and doing the meditations, it's freaking crazy. Like, and I think literally 2 weeks I brought in the first month I worked with him, I brought in a total of 20 leads. So I do event photography to bring in 20 leads in like not even 4 weeks is like crazy. It's not normal. I don't know if there are photographers on this call, but it's not normal at all. And of those leads, I think I closed like 80 plus percent, like 85% of those leads. And I brought in like 30 plus $1,000 in contracts. So that was like the first month. And it was crazy. I remember telling my boyfriend, and this is a fun fact, I always have my gold card, right? Fun fact, I told my sister and my boyfriend who my sister's not in sales, but my boyfriend is. They were all tripping. They're like, "Oh my God, they want to start doing what I was doing." So my sister, I told her to do the seagull and the gold card. She ended up getting a new, well, used Lexus, her dream car, in like I want to say like not even 60 days. So she didn't even take the course. So listen to him and do this. But I just did the meditations. I just did everything he said. And my business, we haven't even closed out 2024. I've doubled my income from last year and I'm on track. We're not even done with 2024. I'm more than halfway. And I know I need to work on this because I'm working on goals, right? Like as far as like the process, but I'm more than halfway to my goal for next year. So, and I'm also working with him on Coach's Corner, kind of trying to transition slightly out of photography, so I'm still doing a lot, but like, yeah, for the photo company, like next year's going to be insane. But I know it's going to be insane because I'm working with him so closely with the Coaches Corner. So
Yeah, I
I
love
still
that.
have so
Actually,
much to learn.
I want to break down a couple things, couple questions because one thing I love is we had Anish come by, and guys, there's one thing called affinity. All right, write this word down, affinity. Whenever you're in the coaching, consulting, or really with any client, especially in the coaching, consulting with personal brands, affinity means you're attracting clients that are most similar to you. Okay, so when you look at me, I'm the tattoo guy, hip hop music, driving cars. Like I'm a car guy, right? So a guy like Anish is the highest form of affinity. Okay, let's get this guy muted. Ollie, you want to be in charge of that? We He's the highest form of affinity. He's the type of guy where literally Anisha is coming here to Dubai, right? Then we have Rachel, who's maybe not exactly like me, but we have the same message, okay? So she's still up there at 90%. So guys, don't be so afraid of like attracting certain kinds of people because at the same day we have the same message. So one thing that we have in common is the same values and principles, right? So Rachel, what I love about her coming in here is she has a family. She has children. She has a full-time business. She's busy, but one thing I really like about Rachel is she might be busy, but she gets it done. I can always
I
count
do.
on Rachel to get it done. It might take a week, but guess what? It will get done. And that's something
Yes.
that Rachel, how do you like program that into? So you have the kids, you have the boyfriend, you have the mortgage, you have the house, you have the photography business, you're trying to manifest, you're trying to do your meditations, you got the kids to school, you got to do this. Like, how are you managing all of this and still quantum leaping?
It's it's like the paradigm. Like you guys, everything he talks about, I was that person that was like doing all the different YouTubes and listening here, listening there, listening here. And like he said, it's like a language. You have to learn how to do it. So my paradigm has always been I'm successful, I'm gonna get it done. Like literally, that's like what I know I can do it. And I walk around like I'm a badass, like business person, smart, successful person. But you get knocked down sometimes, right? So I had to like get up from last year. It was a tough year. But all the things that you teach, it's just the paradigm, the habits, the meditations, like you don't know until you like have a coach you, right? That you can't see it inside of you because you're doing it all the time. But until you have a coach teaching you, like, okay, I see this, you have to work on that, because it really comes down to the paradigm and how you think, and then just doing the manifestations and the all the different steps that DeAndre talks about. But yeah, I think it's my paradigm. I just know that I'm a smart, successful female that's going to get it done, and I operate from that God place where I want to do whatever God's gifts that He gave me. But yeah, I still have a lot of things to work on. That's where you come in.
I love it. So, one thing I was thinking about was what was the biggest thing that you learned? And I just thinking of some funny stories of how we first started, and I said trust the process. So, what do you say is like one of the biggest things you learned, like as you went to the next level? Because some people are on the fence right now. Some people have booked
Yeah,
the call with me. Some people are like, I don't know if that's a lot of money, and some people are like, oh, I got to put it on a credit card, which I think may have some of it was on a credit card, right? So it's like some people
yeah.
are right there right now where it's like, okay, where was it that you went from, but like on there to now, hey, you're fully confident. Now you're hearing that word. You went from at ease. and then leads started coming, cash started to come in to now to the point where you're gonna be a well, you're in quantum coaching, which we'll talk about in a
Yeah.
second. Like, what was that transition?
So it was super scary, but it was a conversation with you that helped me kind of find peace. And one of the things that the meditations have really done, and I know we say this on our calls a lot, because I was a super stressed person. Like there's just so many things to do, and like money can stress you hard. And I got bills, man. I got to make like $10,000, living in California. But the meditations and that kind of conditioning your brain to live outside of this exterior world and live in the interior subconscious mind. I always tell DeAndre, I know I don't have it like what I want, my goal yet, but I know it's going to happen. And I feel at peace because I can tell you, I know people on this damn call can hear me right now. Last year, I was freaking stressing. And you have to understand, too, I have investments. I'm not like paycheck to paycheck dying. I have investments. I just don't want to spend them. But I was stressed hard, you know, and that takes a toll on your body. But since I've been doing these meditations, I do it morning. I try sometimes if I'm really like freaking out in the afternoon, I'll do in the afternoon, but I do it no like options, morning and evening. Before I wake up and get out of bed, and then when I'm going down to bed, I visualize I do like three. And DeAndre helped me with some affirmations to kind of say about, stress with money. So to shift my paradigm, so I do that non-negotiable every single day, and it brings me peace. And those are the things. Like, I mean, it's simple, but you don't get it until you start to really work with him and see it. It takes a coach to help you figure it out. Like I was a swimmer, as a collegiate swimmer in college. It took my coach to tell me I was over rotating. I'm in my brain, like you got to do this on your, you don't know it because you're like a student, you're of life. You have to have someone guide you.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is that having that peace. It's
Yeah.
worth the money and the money will come. It came for me, 20 freaking leads.
Yeah. So one thing I love working with Rachel is I love to stretch her mind. And it's like I'm saying, Rachel, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. And I'm able to find those blind
Mhm.
spots. I actually really enjoy that. Like that's where I have
Yeah.
fun. Like my most fun other than doing these Zoom calls is like working with my clients to really get them to the next level so they quantum leap. So that's what we do. And when she goes and runs the play, just like it's Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, it's like you run the play and they get the results. And I love that. And Rachel is a
Mhm.
winner. So Rachel, let's talk about most people don't believe me when okay, all these leads they're flooding in. How much like was it effortless? Was it just easy? Like people don't understand how effortless and easy this
I
period was.
know.
Can you describe this moment when you're first getting all these leads just coming in effortlessly? They're closing in. Like tell us about that. Can you describe that period?
I don't, it's awesome. That's the description. It's amazing. It's awesome. And it's easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's easy. It's a trip because when you're in the flow and we're doing God's work, I don't know how to explain it because you're the more master at it than I am. I'm still learning. But it's effortless. And I was one of the things with photography, it was always effort because it's effortless because I had so much fun doing it. I would do it for free. And that's part of where I struggle, right? Because we go back and forth. I want to do, teach and do the things that we talk about. But it's very effortless and you just have to do what he says. I don't know. Like, I mean, I remember getting on a call and I'm just like, you guys just do the meditations because I did that and it freaking worked. It comes and every single week I get almost every day I get inquiries and I just throw out this freezing crazy number and some book, some don't, but I don't care because I'm booking all month, which I got to slow down. We're working on that. But, it's easy. It's not hard. I think that the problem is we've been like trained for it to be hard, like work hard, make money, work hard, like whatever paradigm you grew up in, money doesn't grow on trees. Like you got to smash that paradigm because it can come easily, real easily. And like he says with, I don't know all the quotes of Neville Goddard, when it comes so fast, when you didn't have it, it's just a trip. So I would say take the jump, but also be willing to put in the work, and it doesn't have to be hard work because the meditations was all I did. I just did it over and over and over again. And the floodgates came in with the leads. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
and so
really crazy. 20 leads a lot
and
for
then what
photography.
happened was you decided to join our quantum coaching program, which we'll talk about a little bit later. By the way, many of you have asked like, "Hey, DeAndre, I want to do what you're doing, right? I want to teach this material. I want to learn. I want to study." So we opened up what we call quantum coaching, which is basically my consultants, right? Mr. Law of Attraction consultants, like I did with Bob Proctor. So Rachel, you went from, and this is this. Remember, I told you guys yesterday, I'm a businessman. Drop a one in the chat if you guys remember saying this. I have a financial interest to literally help you guys make more money. Like that's why I don't sugarcoat, I don't lie. There's no heavy pitching here. Like I literally just very genuine because Rachel's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. She joins the regular group coaching program and then she goes and makes more money. Then what does she naturally do? Oh man, I want more. So she upgrades to one-on-one. Then she upgrades to quantum coaching and she just continues to upgrade up the ladder. That's exactly what I want because guess what? I help you make more money. You want to give a portion back to continue to go to the next level. That's just how this works. So, Rachel, you went and you decided you wanted to teach this material, right? What
Yeah.
was that like?
Yeah.
Why did you want to teach this material? Why did you get started quantum coaching? Like, what was that? Because some people are like wanting to do the same thing.
I mean, I was a little bit selfish because I just want to keep learning because it really is like a language. Like you could think you understand it, you could read all the books, but like you really don't get it. Because I've read all the books, I've read all the Think and Grow Rich, all of them. But the missing piece was doing it over and over and over again. So I definitely wanted to do it for myself to grow and keep learning. But I love helping people. And in photography, you can only go so far, right? So before I started with DeAndre, I was working on a course to teach basically photographers how to start a business. And so I'm like, well, I feel like photographers, all the kids that I've mentored and the people I've mentored, they are all stuck in their brain. Like they just can't think that they could make $600 an hour, which is what my aim is to make every single hour, 600 bucks. And they struggle with it, right? And I'm like, well, if I could make the money I want and help people, like it's a win-win. It just made sense to work with you, to learn and grow as a person, and it would bless my life, and then I could bless others' lives because I don't know. It's such a trip. I was at a corporate event yesterday shooting, and every single person I know that's in corporate America hates their job. And I love my job. I've loved my job forever. I've only worked in corporate America like 3 years in my whole life. And that's the reason. I could go on and on, but the reason is because selfishly I want to keep learning and growing and learning the language, and then I want to be able to bless other lives because I have like a handful of mentees in photography that I've helped that are killing it, and it's amazing. It's got God's work.
I love it. So, in 10 seconds, how would you say would be the number one thing that the group needs to do to quantum leap to the next level? Like, what would you say is summarized in 10 seconds? What's the action step they need to do to quantum leap to the next level in their life?
I don't want this to be like a sales pitch, but I'd say sign up and just figure it out. But if you're too scared and you can't get over that terror barrier, then I would say just follow him and stop following other people. Listen to everything he says on his YouTubes, on his social medias, and just keep doing the things that he's saying, DeAndre's saying, and you'll have results if you don't sign up. But I would say if you can and you want to cross that terror barrier, sign up, but don't be a freaking person that doesn't do it. Take action and do what he says because you'll have results. You will. Like
Yeah.
I'm nothing special. I just a hard worker and I had serious results. You guys, my business doubled from last year, doubled. And I'm more than halfway to my goal for next year of signups for events. Okay. Because I have like an event goal that I want to hit for my numbers. And I'm more than halfway. We haven't even closed the year. We haven't started 2025.
I
So
love
that's what
it.
I would say.
I love it.
Just being
Rachel,
honest.
I love it. By the way, we didn't plan that, so you guys put a lot of pressure on me. Now my
Yeah.
name, I gotta like make better YouTube
Sorry.
video. You guys like put a lot of pressure up, but I like it. I like pressure.
Just
I work best under pressure, you know.
I know you do.
But I appreciate that, Rachel. We need to bring on the YouTube channel, have a full YouTube video. And thank you so much, Rachel. So much love. I can't wait for you to grow and expand. I know it's just a
Thank
matter of
you.
time. We're gonna have you full time here. Like your goal, we're gonna blow that out of the water. We're gonna turn your annual goal C-type goal into your monthly goal, $300,000 a month. You're gonna be making that here. You're gonna do everything that you wanted and more, changing millions of women's lives. And you're gonna have your own live events. You're gonna have your own challenges. It's gonna
Oh
be a
my God.
freaking movie, and I'm super excited for you, Rachel.
Talk about pressure. I could do
Love
it. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it.
Love it. All right,
Thank
thanks, Rachel,
you.
so much. Thanks so much, guys. So perfect. So let's go ahead and thank you so much, Rachel, for being here. And we're gonna get here into the next part. Okay, guys. So I want to talk about really briefly. So many of you, we had over 30 people book a call yesterday, and remember, all the calls are with me. There's no salesperson. There's a couple housekeeping rules I wanted to make about the booking a call with me. By the way, Ollie, if you want to drop that in the in the chat here. Some of you remember this is not a coaching call you're booking with me, okay? Some of you thought it was a coaching call. I don't want to like oversell you guys or like lead you on. It's not a coaching call. It's not a free coaching call, right? Because the call's free, you don't pay on it. It's an enrollment call, meaning we're gonna get on there and we're gonna talk about the different programs. There's, at the bottom it says, "Hey, here's the programs, the pricing." I'm very clear. I don't hide anything. It's not the cheapest to work with us, but guess what? Is anything that you really want that cheap? The best steakhouse, the best clothes, the best houses, those things cost money because there's a value, right? And so we know the value here. So we're going to get you those results on the back end. But we're going to ask you some questions, and if it makes sense, like for example, I want to get out a shout out to Evelyn. She got started. Anibal, he got started today, so congratulations. So Ali went ahead and dropped the calendar. Like I said, no, we're not high sales pitch, none of that stuff here. But you can go ahead and book a call. Ali, did you find that? Okay, there it is. It's in the description. Also, it's inside the school group. Um, I'm just kind of curious, so just so I know if we want to transition into the meditation right away, or how many of you are like on the fence, like you kind of want to do what I'm doing here, like teaching mindset, making maybe personal brand out of it, whether it's making YouTube videos. Drop a 3 in the chat if that's something that kind of interests you, whether you want to make YouTube videos, whether you want to do TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, live events. So we're having live events. We're having a live event teaching this in Dubai in January. I've done many live events in Miami. By the way, live events on this stuff is the best. Like all the manifestation, all your clients come into town. It's the best feeling in the world when you're running live events for this material, which we're going to be having here in Dubai here shortly. So okay, oh, a lot of you. Okay, so let me talk about this really briefly. Okay, yeah, but there's multiple ways that you can do this. Okay. So I'll teach you how I did it and how I recommend most of you guys to do it. As you guys know, I worked with Bob Proctor. Like I don't have to repeat that. So it's very clear because some people forget. They just want to, like I was on a phone call with somebody today and he was like, I want to be the coach. And I was like, bro, I wasn't the coach for 2.5 years. I was a student for 2.5 years. I didn't try to be the master. I was a student for first, right? So I'd recommend is that you need to become a product of the product. Okay, that means you first of all you have to take the program, right, called Thinking into Results. You have to. It's the only way. That's what I did. If you want to do it your way, then I don't know what the results are. I can't have any guarantees of what you're going to do. But if you follow our path, I know our path has a system of working. So the first thing you're going to need to do is take the program called Thinking into Results. That's the program that we give our clients. That's the program that Rachel studies. That's the program that all my clients are taking. They're taking this program, Thinking into Results, the same one that I took. What you have to do is you have to become a product of the product. You have to study this thing every single day, like I did, 2 to 3 times a day. The videos, the audios, doing the workbook, all of that stuff. That we give that to you. I give that program to you. Okay. You're going to have to study that and become a product of the product. That is the number one thing. And then once you study it, what happens is your light turns on and you start to share it with other people and they're attracted to you. They're attracted to your energy. They're attracted to your frequency. It's at this point you have raised your conscious awareness high enough where people want to pay you for the service. And the cool thing about this is we charge a lot of money. This is not something where you charge $50 an hour. We charge $5,000 an hour, $10,000 an hour. Soon, come catch us in 5 years. We're charging $1 million for a month, right? We're going to just keep, because what happens is when we unlock the floodgates in your mind, you will go earn lots of wealth from that. You will just flood your companies, your employees. You'll just scale your companies to the next level. And that's what your clients will pay you. Okay. So, but there's a system to do that. You can kind of figure it out yourself by reading a bunch of books and teaching, or you can have a mentor to kind of help you. If you want, if you think it'd be a lot easier for you to get guidance from somebody who's already doing it, drop a 4 in the chat. I'm kind of curious. Some of you kind of want to figure it out, or maybe having a mentor, somebody that's kind of doing it. That's what I wanted, by the way. That's why I work with Bob. But rest in peace. He's not here anymore. So who's there now? So that's where we created our quantum coaching program. Let me break that down really briefly for like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, maybe a minute, and then we'll go into that. Okay. So as you guys remember, yesterday we talked about the programs, because the reason I'm doing this, by the way, this is not a pitch. I'm just showing you guys because it's the best for me to answer it here, because I get 500 DMs after the calls. Okay. So let me just answer them here. We have two coaching programs if you wanted to work with us higher and then want to get into our meditation. Our number one program, the one where I have 500 clients in for the last 5 years, that's my Quantum Leap program. That's the program I'm teaching you guys in this challenge. You guys see me like, actually, let me just go back one here. 1 second here. Quantum Leap program. This is the one I've been teaching for. The stick figures, the Quantum Leap. This is my program I wrote this year. So this is what I'm teaching you from. So I teach you twice a week. We have weekly group coaching calls, and this program is for the law of attraction for business. I highly recommend this is you have a business for this program or to get started. You don't need a business, okay? But for you to spend $8,500 with me or start in a payment plan, to get the most out of it in the 3 months, you probably want to have a business. If you're just starting off and you want to take that leap of faith, that's totally fine as well. Like, we're not going to reject you because sometimes you'll swim faster if you jump in the adult pool than jumping in the kiddie pool. Does that make sense? So we have people that don't even have a business yet. They'll come in here like Kelly, and then Kelly's like already has her YouTube channel up, making her TikToks, getting her clients offer, like already working faster. Does that make sense? So if you want to go faster by hanging out with adults already at the 6 and 7 figure level, you can still get started. So don't, try to like limit your self-image because you're not doing that, right? So law of attraction for business. It's specifically for solopreneurs stuck in the 6 figure level who want to scale to 6 to 7 figures. They want to scale to 100,000 per month, and you have a network of other people. Okay. So we talked about the pricing. If you want a one-on-one with me, okay, it's $25,000 a month. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, that's too much. Some of you are like, that's it. Okay. So it's 25,000 a month, 40 grand for 3 months, or $150,000 a year. Okay. Group coaching. So we work together 3 months. Okay. 3 months. So between now and I would say, was that March of next year? So March of next year, right? Um, we work together twice a week. And you get that Bob Proctor program I told you about, thinking into result. You can start with the payment plan about half down. We're flexible. If you come down with this or that, we're flexible. Just book the call. Like, for example, if some of you are on the fence, Denise, if you're on the fence, just book the call. We'll get on there. It's flexible, If you book, by the way, if you get started in this Quantum Leap program, you're still going to get a one-on-one call with me. We're going to throw that in there for free. You get a one-on-one call with me, one-on-one call with Ollie, and we're going to give you an additional month, so 4 months instead of 3, of the Quantum Leap coaching program. And we're going to give you 3 months access to our school group, which has other courses like how to build a high-ticket product, coaching programs, all that kind of good stuff, okay? All right. And so with that being said, that's our main program. For some of you, we have what's called our Quantum Lifestyle group. I don't recommend it for most people, but it's better than a YouTube video, and it's better than just reading books. This one is $299 a month. Here's the expectation with this one, okay? This is entry level. If you have less than $500 to your name, less than $1,000 per name, and you don't want to go watch a bunch of YouTube videos again, and you still want a step-by-step process, this is the school group. Some of you right now, you're looking at the main group and thinking, I can't afford that. I might have to put it on a credit card. And you're looking at this program. This is not the one for you. I'm telling you right now, 95 or 97% of our testimonials in our company are coming from this program because you need implementation and coaching, not just information. Okay. These are typically for people that have, I said, like less than $1,000 to their name, and they just want to start somewhere. Okay. Basically, what you're getting is you're getting recordings of my group coaching program. That's what this is. You're getting recordings. You're still going to get the workbooks and everything, but you're basically just getting recordings of that one. That's $299 a month. Okay. But that's enough for that. That's the courses. But now let's talk about the quantum coaching. This is actually a fun project that I have for you guys. This is something where I was like, okay, how can we teach people how to share this information, how to build a 6 to 7. Here's the vision, by the way. Let me talk about the vision first, and then we'll talk about like what it looks like. The vision is I would love the Mr. Law of Attraction brand to be having events around the world where we have thousands. I'm talking about 100, like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Maybe my goal is too small. Consultants that are teaching the law of attraction and mindset and just helping the world grow its consciousness. I see many ethnicities and cultures. We have clients all over the world, coaches all over the world, consultants, and they're just sharing this information with other people. They're earning 6 to 7 figures while doing it. And it's like we're just building a massive collective consciousness of just helping people go to the next level. That is what it's called, our quantum coaching program. Okay. Right now, It's only 4 people in here. We're keeping it really small. You know why? It's a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee. It's up there. It's expensive. It's $20,000. Okay, I'm not afraid to share the price. It's $20,000 one-time fee. But once you're in here, we have a financial interest to make sure you're successful. Because the more clients that you get, the more you stay with us. If I help Denise go make $600,000 this year, is she gonna go get a job? Is she gonna go somewhere else, or she's gonna stay with me and continue to double her income every year? You see what I'm saying? So like we have a financial interest. That's why Rachel's here and Anish and all these clients, and we're getting them to the next level. So what's the fun part about the quantum coaching is that you guys are already mindset clients. So I don't need to teach you the mindset stuff. Sometimes I do, but what I'm teaching you here is business infrastructure. Drop a 4 in the chat if you think that you're lacking business infrastructure. What does that mean? Offers, sales, how to do sales call, how to build a personal brand, how to make thumbnails, how to get clients, how to do fulfillment, how to build a VSL, how to build your funnel, how to do email marketing, how to do a sales call, how do you do, influence people, sales, all these kind of stuff. If you think that's what you're lacking in your business, put that 4 in the chat. Okay, that's what this program is about. Fun fact, before I was with Bob Proctor, that's what I was teaching people how to do. So all I did was I took out my old program of teaching people how to launch courses, put Bob Proctor's program in 2020, and boom, I took off to 100K months. But I knew how to do this stuff. So here's some of the things you can expect in that program. We teach you, and by the way, I'm working with you one-on-one, right? So like what we have our group coaching and our one-on-one. Like I have an interest to help you win. So we're talking about scaling your offer, creating your offer, picking your niche, pricing it. How do you get somebody to pay you $10,000 for a mindset program? Not everybody charges what I charge. Most people are selling $15 ebooks. Most people are selling $15 ebooks. They can't sell this for 15,000. How do you do that? I teach you how to do that. How to choose your market, how to create your offer, right? How to choose your niche, how to get traffic. Who wants to build a YouTube channel? I'm actually kind of curious. Drop a 7 if you have a desire to build a YouTube channel. Yes, YouTube is by the way, I don't care what industry you're in, everybody should start a YouTube channel. It is the best platform in the world. People are searching on it. When's the last time you landed on somebody's Instagram page and you went and swiped and watched their videos from last month? You don't really do that. But on YouTube, you might go watch their older videos. Right now, thousands of people are watching my YouTube channel. It's long form content. And let me talk to my salespeople. By the way, who's in sales here? Who's in sales here? Drop a me in the chat. That's a trick question, right? Everybody's in sales. If you're on this call, everybody is in sales. You're either being sold or you're selling. Everybody's in sales. And if you were thinking not me, that's probably why you're not getting to make that much money that you wanted this month. Everybody's in sales on this call. Okay? So when you go into sales, what has to happen here is I'm kind of curious, who knows this answer? How many hours does somebody need to watch your content or be in your sphere before they buy? How many hours does somebody need to watch your content or be in your sphere of influence before they buy on average? Does anybody know? Okay, I see Denise has her first answer in. Who else? Say Sasha has her answer in. These are things you have to know, guys. These are remember, we get paid like a professional. Who wants to get paid like a professional? Raise your hand. If you want to get paid like a professional, you have to know these things. Okay? The answer is 7. So Denise and Sasha are pretty close. 7. The average is 7 hours. Somebody needs to be in your sphere of influence. So that's 7 hours on a YouTube video, which is maybe about 10, 15 YouTube videos. Somebody can binge watch that in a day or two. Or how many TikToks, 10-second TikToks do they need to watch from you to get their 7 hours in? And then you guys wonder why they're not buying your high-ticket stuff. It's very difficult to sell your high-ticket products, whatever it is, real estate, this, and that on 7-second, 10-second TikTok reels. The magic bullet, by the way, and this is all free sauce for you guys, is starting a YouTube channel. Okay? So with that being said, I teach you how to build your YouTube channel, how to structure it, how to build your hooks, all that kind of good stuff. Fulfillment, right? How to get your first program app, building up your funnels, doing your sales calls. Who feels like they're not the best at sales calls or like in sales in general? By the way, everybody's in sales, whether you're doing copy for your TikTok, whether you're doing copy for your e-com, selling door-to-door, selling to your clients, you're all selling. If you're in business for yourself, you're selling. Who feels like they could get better at selling or they're so-so with it, okay? So guess what? I have done over 5,000 sales calls for this product here, right? I've done so many sales calls and selling high ticket. I've done millions of dollars selling this. So I will teach you guys how to actually sell this high ticket stuff, how to get 25,000, 35,000, these high ticket stuff, and all that kind of good stuff. But anyways, that's what our quantum coaching will look like. We're not going to leave you out to dry. You'll learn the mindset stuff, right? But then you're going to learn business infrastructure. Whether you apply to working with me or whether you apply to your own business, you're going to learn that. But without further ado, that's enough of that. By the way, if you want to go ahead and just, like I said, if you're on the fence, book the call. And that's enough, kind of talking about that. Ollie, if you want to drop the calendar link, some of you I already know probably booked in here. And that's it for that. All right. So let's talk about the meditation. Today, we are going to be covering a quantum jump meditation live here for you guys. Who's excited for this? Who is excited for the quantum jump meditation? Now, you can't be driving while doing this clearly. Okay? Can't be driving, be in a safe place. I highly recommend, this is a good time for you guys to get your headphones, okay? You need to if you have wired headphones, go find them. I didn't know this for such a long time. HemiSync does not work with AirPods. HemiSync, why does it? Because it just makes sense, right? When the signal is being sent out from the phone to the AirPods, it's being sent out as one signal, just the two different AirPods. The only way HemiSync works is that the two different wires are independent, right? A right and a left. So it has to be a right ear and a left ear, like independent wire. So remember how HemiSyncs were. I'm not going to go into the training. By the way, in our program, we have a whole training on this HemiSync. Remember the gateway process, the HemiSync. Who's heard of this before? The CIA back document. I read that whole thing. I went through all 40 meditations. I did that. It took me a month and a half. This whole CIA document talking about quantum jumping and all that stuff. This is inside our coaching program. So I teach you how to do that. But in a brief summary, what basically happens is we're going to play one sound in the right ear, one sound in the left ear. What will start to happen is, okay, let's just do some numbers, okay? Let's just say we put 104 hertz, which is a type of measurement. So you guys are right now, as I'm talking, you guys are getting your headphones, right? So just listen to me while I'm talking. Some of you guys here are running around getting your headphones. That's fine. So just listen to me while I'm speaking, okay? So let's just say we put 104 hertz in this ear and we put 100 in this ear. What will start to happen is it will actually cancel out the hundreds, and what will be left is the difference. So in that sense would be 4. And if we come here to our training, 4 hertz, right? So 100, the difference between 100 and 104 is 4 hertz, right? If we went to did math correctly. And if we look at this on the chart, 4 hertz is theta brain waves, theta state. Theta state is reduced consciousness, deep meditation, dreams, light sleep, REM sleep. Meaning your conscious mind has gone to sleep and your subconscious mind has become awake. So by playing certain sound waves, you can actually alter your conscious mind through the brain wave. So that is a quick little summary of what HemiSyncs are. I give you different types of HemiSyncs to run into, how I do them, all that kind of good stuff. I talk about it a little bit on the channel, but inside the program, I teach it the science behind it and give you your steps on how to do that, okay? If you're ready, you have your headphones up and ready, go ahead and drop a 7 in the chat. Okay. If you don't have wired headphones for whatever reason, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out. That's fine. Just put your regular AirPods in or play it on your speaker. You won't get that same benefit, but you'll still just be able to just do the meditation, but you won't be able to get like that deep HemiSync as stated here. Okay. But which, by the way, is you don't need it. Okay. Like I didn't do HemiSync to get to 100K months. It's a tool to help you, but it's not a crutch. If you don't have it, you're not going to die. You can still change your life. Okay. Some people think like, if I don't have the HemiSync, I'm going to die. Okay. I see some of you are still walking around. So we'll get started here in a second. Okay. So guys, go ahead and get comfortable if you want to lay down. Don't fall asleep. Okay. I don't know exactly how long we'll be. Maybe about 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. Okay. After the meditation, we're going to come back for a little bit of Q&A, and then we'll wrap up for the day. Okay. See if you guys have any questions. Can you send the link for the video? For what video?
He's doing it live, remember, not a
Yeah,
video.
I'm doing it right now with you guys. Yeah, I'd say we'll do about 20 minutes or so. Okay, so what do you guys want to quantum jump to today? You want to quantum jump to Drop in the chat. I'm kind of curious. Where do you want to quantum jump to today? A higher self? Okay. Money, seven-figure self. Okay, so I'm saying money. Okay, so I'm saying like money. Like so like your rich version, your rich self. Yeah, is that what I'm seeing here? Rich self, thumbs up if you're kind of seeing this. Rich self, your wealth, your wealthy self, your wealthy frequency. Okay, it looks like 90% of you are talking about wealth here. Okay, so we're gonna jump to our abundance frequency. So abundance, everybody take out your gold card, get a nice look at your gold card. We're going to jump to our abundance frequency, our seven-figure version of ourselves. Seven-figure version of ourselves. Okay. So let me just explain what this is really quickly. We're going to play some Hemiseek music. We're going to relax. Then we're going to do a little bit of breath work. We're going to pull our mind out of the body. We're going to attempt to pull our mind out of the body to the best of our degree. Some of you know how to do that already. Some of you will just kind of just do some breath work and try to, I'll guide you through that process. Then we're going to get into the quantum space. We are then going to meet our future version of ourselves. I'll guide you through this. Then I'll leave you guys for, I don't know, a few minutes or so to download information, images, beliefs. Then we'll be guided back down and we will come back. And most of you will come back with information, ideas, beliefs, visions. Some of these things, all right, they could be in different categories. You'll come back with information from a higher frequency. Make sense? So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started with this. So go ahead and relax and close your eyes, guys. Actually, let's get a little audio test. Can you guys hear this? Thumbs up. Everybody hear this clearly? Okay, cool. How is my voice over the music? A little too loud? Good. Okay. Everybody just relax. Close your eyes and relax. Take a nice deep breath. Just get comfortable. Just get present. This might be the first time all day that you have finally become present. Everybody wants your attention. We're thinking about the business, the clients, the money, the kids, the content, everything. But this minutes here, we're just going to be focused on being present. Take another deep breath in. Hold at the top. And release. Relax your shoulders. Notice how your neck has become relaxed. How light your head has become. The stress on your shoulders has been released. Notice how a lavender stream of light is hovering above your head. Notice how a lavender stream of light is hovering above your head. You notice that this lavender stream of light makes you feel calm, makes you feel healthy, makes you feel wealthy, helps you feel at ease. In a moment as this lavender stream of abundance pours to and through you, So open up your energy to accept this blessing of lavender energy. You notice as your body gets more and more relaxed. Now, the lavender energy begins moving down, starting at the top of your head. Notice with your attention at the tip crown of your head, the lavender energy pouring to and now going through the crown of your head. It is now fully encapsulated your head. Lavender energy. Notice how your neck has been covered in lavender energy. Notice how your shoulders are being consumed by this lavender energy. Your torso consumed by this lavender energy, abundance, wealth, health, happiness, most importantly, relaxation. This lavender energy now has hit your hips. Notice how your hips are relaxing. Down your thigh, all the way down to your knees. As it consumes your calves, down to your feet. Take a deep breath in, feel relaxed. Renewing energy. Notice how relaxed you are. Your mind, your body, your spirit, relaxed. Now we're going to begin our breaths. We're going to move our energy, our perineum, our first energy center, all the way up to the top of our head. Think of it as a launching pad, launching a rocket, launching your attention, launching your consciousness, launching your awareness. Your first energy center in your perineum, all the way up to the top of your head. With each breath, we will move our attention and consciousness from our first center to the top of our head. Prepare your body, prepare your lungs, and let's begin. Contract your first energy center down below. And let's take our first breath in. Attention at the top of your head. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it and release. Release with a sigh. You don't know where your first energy center is? Do not worry. Just do the breaths. Don't overthink it. Just relax. If you're more advanced, do your contractions as well. Let's put our attention down at our first energy center. And let's take our next breath in. Hold at the top. Keep holding. Hold at the top of your head with your attention, with your consciousness, with your awareness. Notice how your attention is around, into, and through your head. Keep holding and release. Better. That one was better. This one will be even greater. First energy center, with your attention, consciousness, and launch. Hold at the top. Hold at the top. Send another wave up with your attention. Send another wave up with your attention. Send another wave up from the first center to the top. From the first center to the top. With your awareness, keep your contraction. Send up to the top. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Send one more wave and release. Let's do one final one. Make this one count. Attention first center. And launch. Hold at the top. Keep holding. Notice your attention at the top. Now, attention first center and send another wave up. Up, like drawing an energy up a straw. Up. Another wave up. The first center to the top. The first center to the top. Hold it. Send another wave. And release. Relaxed. Present. With your attention, notice a window open above your head, 6 inches, with light coming through. The same lavender energy. I will now ask you to move towards that window with your attention. Towards the window with your attention. Continue to move towards the window. It's okay. You feel nothing but safety. You feel nothing but a sense of calmness. The same lavender energy which first relaxed your body is now engulfing your attention through this window that you have entered. You feel happy. You feel relaxed. You feel calm. Now, as you begin to move up and to and through this window, you notice you moving through a tunnel, such as at a water park. You're going through a tunnel. You're going up and up up and up to and through this tunnel, surrounded by the lavender energy in this window. Stop. Now turn around. Notice your physical body where you had left it, but notice it from your third person attention. Notice your body right where you left it, in the chair, in the car, on the couch, right where you left it. Notice how you're looking at yourself from above yourself in the lavender energy house. How interesting. You now begin to realize you are not your physical body, but you are this conscious energy viewing your physical body, physical vehicle. As you look around with your consciousness, you notice you have no legs, you have no arms, you are pure consciousness, the perfect vehicle to enter the quantum space. With another bed of safety, of love, and abundance, you say farewell to your physical body, turn back around, and you go back through the tunnel. Go now. I'll meet you on the other side. Welcome. Notice how you were in the space of nothing. No time, no matter. You have become nobody. You are in the quantum space. Notice the pitch black around you. Yet you feel safe. Yet you feel heard. Yet you feel like you are home. The stresses of the material 3D matrix have left you. You are pure consciousness in the quantum space. Let's have a little fun. Ready for a little bit of fun? Imagine the next dream thing, material thing that you will buy when you hit your CTAP goal. Is it the house, the car, a child's college fund, retiring your parents? See it now. Match the frequency. At the snap of my finger, match. Amazing. See it, feel it, live it. Now, what's the second thing you will do when you hit your CTAP goal? Match the frequency in 3, 2, 1, go. See it, feel it, match the frequency. Love it. At the snap of my finger, you're back in the space of nothingness. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Fun little experiment, wasn't that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get to work. Have a seat in that chair to the left of you. What kind of chair is there? Is it a king's throne? A simple chair? A medieval chair? Have a seat. It's up to you. Get nice and comfortable. As if you're sitting on a game show, you notice that there's another chair to your right facing you. There's a table in front of you, little coffee table. You're in your chair with an identical chair to your right. Nobody's sitting there, it's just a chair. Positioned, such as in a game show. At the snap of my finger, a window will open above that chair. And you start to see your seven-figure version of yourself start to slide down the window into the chair. The window has closed and time has started. You are in the game show. You have met your seven-figure version. But one thing you'll notice in this weird meetup is that it's not a person more than it is just another form of you, another ball of consciousness. At the snap of my finger, we are going to jump into the other chair. We're going to jump to the other frequency. We're going to be that seven-figure abundant version. Right to jump to the next side. 3, 2, 1, jump. Notice now how you are in the right chair. To and through you, you have matched a new frequency, a seven-figure frequency. Just like the little game we played a few seconds ago. You imagined what you were going to buy. You have now matched the seven-figure frequency version of yourself. Notice how this person, this consciousness, this awareness is to and through you, speaking to and through you. It's not outside of you. It's already inside of you. It's here. It's now. It's now. One thing you feel flowing to and through you is that this energy wants to help you. You feel a sense of power flowing to and through you. Feel this power, this conscious life wanting to speak to you, wanting to help you grow. Feel the power. Feel calm, relax your shoulders. You don't have to do it by yourself. Oh my goodness. It is here to help you. It's here to guide you. Oh Father, please, I surrender to you. Guide me. Show me. Protect me. Love me. Here comes the magic question. With this power, wanting for you to expand and to express yourself fuller, you may begin to ask important questions. Questions such as, who have I become to achieve this? Notice how the response instantaneously shows up, but not outside of you. It's not like you speaking to another person. The answer's inside of you now. Instantaneously, as you ask the question, the answer revealed itself inside of you, to and through you. Ask this question. Who have I become? How did I get here? Show me the path. Show me the beliefs. Show me the images. Show me the information I need when I go back to that physical body where I left it. What's the action step that I need to implement to match where I am now? You will notice now, as I leave you here for a few minutes, information, images, beliefs, emotions, ideas start to flood you. Some may trickle, some may be flooded, some may just get one piece of information. That's all you need. It knows what exactly you need in this moment. I shall leave you now. See you in a few minutes. Begin your journey. begin to ask your final questions. Who did I become? How did I get here? What's the action step I can implement at the physical level to match you here? Say thank you. Thank you for revealing this to me. Bring your attention back to the chair, the right side of the chair, or your left to download your information. Snap of my finger, we're going to jump back to the left side of the chair, the original conscious form that you entered the quantum field with. 3, 2, 1, jump. Notice you are now on the left side of the chair. A window opens above the right side of the chair, and up goes the 7-figure version of yourself. Now, before we come back, notice how the information is still with you. Whatever images, downloads, beliefs, ideas, whatever was supposed to be revealed to you was revealed to you in the quantity and quality that was meant for you at this very moment. Feel calm, feel pleased, feel gratitude, for it has spoken to you. Now, turn around and begin to move down the tunnel that you came up. Move down the tunnel that you came up. Go now. I'll meet you on the other side. Welcome. We are now moments away of entering your physical body. Notice how we are just a few feet above your physical body where you left it. On the chair, on the couch, in the car, or wherever you left your physical body. Notice how the stress of whatever you were thinking about before you left that material body has gone and you forgot about it for all these few moments here. This is a quantum jump. This is how we meditate. This is how we open up the subconscious mind. Now, before we jump back into the material matrix, I want you to feel a sense of gratitude and love for yourself for taking the time to learn this, taking the time to grow, to expand, to become more, to do more, to be more, and to have more. A wave of gratitude fills you now. A wave of love fills you now. Now, as you begin moving towards your physical body, just as the lavender energy filled you, full circle now, you realize at the beginning of this meditation, that lavender energy that entered was you, now coming back into your body. Full circle. Enter your body now. From the very top, the lavender energy floods your head, neck, shoulders, torso, hips, thighs, calves, feet. You're back in your body now. Now, before you open your eyes, just take a deep breath. Begin to move your shoulders, move your hips. Get familiar back with this mechanical material body that you had once left for nearly 25 minutes now. You can move your fingers, move your shoulders, get the juices started again, and you can begin to open up your eyes now. Now, before you say anything or look around anything, if you would like to write down whatever ideas, beliefs you have downloaded, you can write it down. You can ponder on it now that you're in your physical body, because now there might be a couple action plans or terror barriers you must blast through. You can now take a minute or so to write, to think, to ponder, or simply stretch and get ready for Q&A. I'll give you a minute to work. You guys are writing the ideas, the beliefs, the plans, the images that flooded, and or the action plans that you must now take to go to the next level. Perfect timing. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. How was that? Drop a 7 in the chat if you downloaded something. You have now downloaded from the quantum space. I'm on the whiteboard right now, ladies and gentlemen. So here you are. Let red represent your current physical material world. Okay. That was where you're at now. Okay. Let the blue now represent the quantum space that you jumped to. Okay. So what we did right now is we started with relaxing the body because remember you need to relax your body to lower the brain waves, relax the mind, relax the body, and then I guided you to leave your body to the best of your ability. Some of you are more advanced than others. Obviously, I'm doing it a lot more beginner friendly for this call, but when we're working together, we do breath work, we do contractions. I teach you how to move your attention independent of contractions. Like it's way more advanced, but some of you don't know your energy centers yet, so like I had to keep it simple. But anyways, regardless, we go ahead and we jumped and we moved into the quantum space. We moved into the quantum space where these are infinite. There's infinite amounts. And I had you guys do a small little exercise where I was like, have you guys imagining, what you're gonna buy, and then boom, instantaneously you match this frequency, then you match this frequency, and you saw like instantaneously these things just popped up that weren't there. So all I was getting you guys to do is practice matching frequencies before we got and tapped to this one. Okay. So with that being said, then we went ahead and we went into the chair. You don't have to do all the chair stuff, I just make it simple for you guys for this. Like I don't really do the chair stuff, but it's some of you guys who are beginners, it helps you. Okay. We go to that seven-figure version, then we jump. And when we're jumping to this frequency here. Okay. And we're gonna ride this frequency. You guys were in there for about 8 to 9 minutes. Okay. You guys can clearly do more if you do it independently without being guided. You can stay there longer. And in this space is where you download information. All right. Because now you're starting to write this frequency. And then what we do is we come back down after the 8 to 9 minutes, but we're coming back with the information we downloaded, ideas, beliefs from this frequency, which we once started. Now where you guys are back in this material world, time has passed. So whatever, 25 minutes or 30 minutes or so, whatever has passed. But now you're coming back with the information from this space here. Make sense? Now you have a choice. You do nothing. And I was, oh my God, you made me feel so good, DeAndre. Great. If that's the case, then you will not have any results. Now, you guys have, like I said, could have gotten beliefs, and whatever information was fed to you was perfectly what you needed to see, hear, or believe at this very moment. Okay. Sometimes it's just a belief. Sometimes it's an idea to start a business, to stop doing something, whatever, right? But now you're coming back with this plan, and now you either will do it, right? Some of it you're blasting through a terror barrier, or you won't. You have a choice now what you will do after this call. You'll continue to believe, or you will go back to here and do nothing with it. But if you now act upon this information, whether it's a belief, idea, an action plan, sometimes it's not an action, like go do this. Sometimes it's just a belief and work from that belief state, right? To work from that new frequency, whatever that is. You go now work from this state and you do that now consistently. What will happen is you're doing actions from a new version of yourself, which means that you start to compress this frequency down to this material frequency. And now there'll be a point where they begin to match, and you have now created a new reality for yourself. You have now quantum jumped. Make sense? That's what we just did. And you do that 2 to 3 times a day. It doesn't need to be that long. Like that was a little bit like sometimes I do a 30-minute one. I did one right before this challenge with you guys here. So if you just do a small one, 15 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a day, that's all you need. That's how I scaled my business to 100 grand a month. Just doing those things right there. Um, does anybody have any questions? You guys can, what you do is raise your hand if you have some questions. Okay. Ali went ahead and hopped off already. He's taking his mom out for dinner. Or Ali, you still here? Yeah, he's
I'm
taking.
still here. I'm still here.
Okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to, yes, we're gonna do some answering some questions. Some of you guys had some good questions. Um, you guys can go ahead and start raising your hand. We'll answer a few questions here, and then Ali, we still gonna do the who actually who's still here? Drop an eight. No, hold on, don't drop an eight yet. Drop an eight if you invited more than 3 people to the challenge. You have some names of people who invited that you invite to the challenge.
And their emails.
Yeah. Well, that might be a little harder, but at least the names of the people. Drop an eight in the chat. Because remember, we said at the beginning, if you invited 3 people, we'll have a private Q&A with you guys tomorrow. So obviously this is we'll need to see the names of the people. Okay. So if that's the case, Ollie, what should we do with that? Are they gonna DM us? Are we gonna how are we gonna reach out? That way
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
be on the call
They
tomorrow.
can you want to DM on Instagram?
No, in school. So you
On
guys,
school, okay.
if you invited three people, whether you're watching the recording or watching me live now, if you invited three people, send me a message on school. We'll send you a private link. We'll hop on a private Q&A call tomorrow. Okay, it'll be same time. Okay. If you invited two, that's fine. Two
That's
to three
fine. I was
people,
about to
that's
say.
fine. Two to three people.
I know
Okay.
Zeke did for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Eight people. All right, Zeke. So yeah, so we'll be on the call tomorrow. Like what you'll notice on the smaller calls, because right now a lot of you are nervous to ask questions. Like I don't want to tell them my current situation. I don't want to tell them this. When you're on the smaller groups, they're way more intimate and everybody's way more open. And it's just way more fun. Like just like when you're having, when you go to these massive events, everybody's showing face. But when you're just with the two group of people, one or two people, it's way easier. That's what this, the smaller groups will look like. That's what tomorrow. It'll just be me running it. Okay, Ollie will be out with his brothers that are visiting town. Okay, but it'll be fun. So with that being said, before we get into the first questions, like I said, here's my calendar link. If you guys want to go ahead and work with me, that'll be the final time I kind of talk about it, unless you guys DM me. I'm not gonna talk about it much more. If you want to work with me, would love to invite you guys to go higher with us. Our next challenge will be in January, and we are going to be having our first in-person mastermind. So this will be really fun. We're going to be planning this one out. So if you want to come to Dubai, if there's an excuse for you to come here to Dubai with us, it'll be intimate. I don't know how many people we'll have, but it'll be intimate. You'll be meeting us. We'll be together with a few days. We'll go to dinner. We'll go do some desert stuff. We'll, drive some cars up in the mountains. Like it'll be a fun thing. Or if you don't want to drive cars, you just want to come and, hang out with us and just manifest and just take in the whole city.
They
Life
have
is so
camels
good.
here if you like camels and horses.
Yeah, you like camel. Like Vanessa, we're gonna go. She wants to go see camel. She's like, she wants to meet a camel. That's what she says. She wants to conocer un camello. Like that's what she says every day. So quiero conocer un camello. Like, all right, baby, whatever. We'll go meet a camel. Okay. I know Jose is just like, yo, my Spanish is not the best. But anyways, guys. So yeah, if you want to learn more about the next challenge. By the way, we're gonna run it in the same group here. So if you just stay in the group, the same school group, we'll just re-announce it, and this group will just grow, and you guys will just be growing here, and we'll just continue to grow it. Okay. So that next challenge will be next month. Also, our mastermind will be next month. And then at any point, if you want to book a call with us, like I said, and get those bonuses, which is one-on-one call with me and Ollie, just book in now. Don't, like I said, it's not high pressure call. Some of you already had a call with you. Like you've realized I don't pressure you at any point, so don't have to worry about that. But it is an enrollment call. It's not a coaching call. Okay. But anyway, that's enough with that. Call links in there. Let's get started with some Q&A. Denise, you were the first one. I did see your message that you sent me on Instagram. Okay, here you go. Ollie, are you still?
Perfect.
You're gonna actually. Sorry, Denise. Ollie, you want to say final words before you hop off?
Yeah, yeah. Guys, I just want to thank you guys. I hope you guys got some value. That meditation, by the way, DeAndre, damn, took me to another dimension. I had to come back. I had to come back down to earth. So appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay engaged with us. And yeah, whatever this man says, listen. Appreciate y'all. See you guys next time. Stay engaged in school, and we'll see each other soon.
Yeah, Ollie, drop your Instagram in the chat so they can follow you. Yeah. By the way,
Gotcha.
Ollie, if you guys are joining later, he's my business partner. He came on about a month or so. I just wanted to scale. He's a perfect guy at operations. He loves material. We have a lot of similar values, principles. We earned the same thing, so it just made sense for us to partner. So he works back end. So he's a back end of Mr. Law of Attraction. So definitely follow him. He knows what he's talking about, and he actually helped me co-host this entire event. So he's a part of everything. So shout out to you, Ollie. Drop your Instagram.
Appreciate you
Give
guys.
him a
Take care.
follow. Yep.
Peace.
All right, Denise, you're up first.
Yes. Can you hear me well, by the way?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, super. Maybe a quick question from me on kind of like the download side. Like maybe I'm just too technical. So what is actually considered a download? Because I can think a download is just a thought that I'm getting, right? But maybe I'm overthinking something. So how do we consider actually what kind of like the download is, if that makes
Yeah,
any sense?
any thought. There's a power flowing to and through you at all periods of time, and that power can come to you and it's going to give you thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Anything that you get downloaded when that power floats, that power hits your consciousness is a download. There'll be some moments I
Mhm.
do in meditation and it'll give me an action plan. Like for example, run a challenge or make this YouTube video. And then sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be I won't get an action plan. It'll just be like you already have it. Like why are you looking to the idea outside of
Okay.
you? Like the belief, and
Yeah.
it's more of a belief rather than an action. Because sometimes the belief, no, not sometimes, all the time, but the belief is more important than the action. So I'll just notice that it'll just give me certain things in different, like there's infinite amount of things that it can give me. Sometimes it'll be a belief like stop looking for the answer outside of you, DeAndre. Why are you looking for that YouTube strategy outside of you? You already have it inside of you. Act like you have it now.
Yeah.
And that will be the entire, 15-minute meditation. Other times they'll be like, okay, here's the YouTube title. Here, go do this, go do that, go do this, and I'll come back like that. So it'll be different, but it'll be something. It's just whatever you need in that very moment for you to go out and take action. It will give it to you.
Okay. Perfect. Because like sometimes I get quite a lot of downloads, so I'm like, are these considered downloads or just kind of like random ideas that come? And which one should I then take? Because there's quite a lot, if that makes any sense. So that's why I was like, okay,
Yeah, you
what is
got it. It's
considered
actually a
a
lot simple. It's actually a lot simpler.
exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Looking forward to hopping on that call with you, Denise. Did you
For
book yet?
sure. I'm gonna book now.
Let's do it right now. Okay.
Perfect.
Lou, I think we missed you yesterday. I called you out a couple of times. I was like, yeah, what happened to Lou? There you are.
Uh,
There you
Here I
go.
am. Okay. Um, oh, yesterday I was here. Uh,
Oh, I think I lost you in the group then. I was like, where's Lou at?
uh,
It's all good.
just want to share. In these days, I had an idea. I just launched my business just 1 month ago. So no clients, no money so far, just launched. And I one-to-one coaching. So I started to sell like 1,000 euro, 2,000 euro for 2 months, one-on-one. But these days I had some thoughts doing meditation and these days. So today I made a video and I changed completely. So I told guys, I want to prospect. I want to work only with selected investor who invest more than 100,000 euro, and my services are from 5K to 15K. So it was very clear because I had these insights to put out this message. So I don't know what kind of question, but how to compress time and I don't know when I have these downloads in meditation, if I have some different thoughts, how to, I don't know, continue to this line, how to change line. I don't know if
I don't know if I
it's.
fully understand your question.
Um, so today, for example, one of my downloads was okay, raise prices and keep your message clear for
Yeah.
another
Yeah, that's
other
that's the
people.
good stuff. Yeah, your prices are way too low. You said 1,000 for one-on-one for a month or so. Like, yeah, for people to take you seriously, you got to charge, especially if you're coaching, you got to charge more than 5 grand for people to take you seriously.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing these actions.
Yeah.
So how to I don't know how much time if the idea is good to work or it's something to change or should I need
You
only
just
the
sometimes you just need
meditation?
a pivot. So it's always going to come from an unexpected route. It's all whatever methodology through the bridge of incidents, it's always going to come through an unexpected route. Don't worry about the time. This is a law called the law of gender that states that whatever seeds that you plant to the subconscious mind through time, it will manifest, but you can't control that time. Each seed has its own germination period. A pineapple seed, an apple seed, a bamboo seed will all germinate at different periods of time depending on how big your goals are, your belief, how long it takes the material world to bend to formulate that goal. Like it's that you can't control that. You can put a goal like an aim. It's like, hey, I want to hit 100K in the next 90 days. You can put those goals, and then you have to match with the amount of terror barriers on the other side to get there. But that's what I would say. You can't really control the time, but you can really what you can control is your actions and the amount of terror barriers you're running to and through. And what will start to happen as you start to go through doors, the new things will start to open up for you. But you have to go through the doors. Most people are too afraid to open up the door. So you just have to keep moving. That's why I said yesterday that you can't connect the dots looking forward, but you can connect the dots looking backwards. Therefore, you must trust that the dots will connect again moving forward. So you have to move through the doors as if all the dots will connect for you, just like they did in the past. So that's why you have to move, and all the doors and everything will open up right in the perfect timing.
Okay.
Did that help?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, you got it. I think Kuma, I think you're up next. Kuma?
Hello, do you
Hi
hear me?
there. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, first of all, thank you for your time and to share all this knowledge with us. Sorry for my bad English. And I have a question. Since summer, I'm doing some meditations, and every time I do some meditations, I often see colors, often green or some colors. What does it mean?
You see patterns? Sorry, I didn't understand you. You
Some
see what? Sorry?
colors, colors
Colors.
like
Oh,
green
colors.
colors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Colors. Oh, that's the science behind that. Like, I don't know too much deep about the brain. Like I said, I'm still in my own studies. Like, as I remember, I
Mm-hmm.
do this. I do different parts of study. Like right now, my phase of life is like building infrastructure in business. Once this is built, then we'll go do all the meditations in the hills and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's like almost like when you do. Oh, what is that? It's like the transducer. It's like when the information hits your pineal gland and is transformed into different information. Like the Wi-Fi signal example I gave you, you have Wi-Fi
Mm-hmm.
right now that's going to your computer and is being transmuted or changed form. So that information can come and it can give you ideas, but sometimes it can come through colors. That's why the matrix is actually colorful. Like it's colors that are coming through. Like if you ever done, by the way, I'm not promoting this stuff, but like in these countries, it's legal, right? Like if you do things like ayahuasca, mushrooms, peyote, these kind of things, that's why you typically see colors, is because you see to and through the matrix, which is full of color. So like when I did ayahuasca in Colombia, like that's what you see is you see these colors or DMT or these kind of things. I haven't done these in years, but like that's what you'll see. So that's actually a normal thing. That's actually you seeing the matrix and being out in the quantum space. Honestly,
Oh.
I haven't hit that level in meditations because I typically get downloads of information and emotions. But yes, that is a normal space. I just don't have the exact answer because I don't experience that unless I've done it with, like, for example, those medicines, plant medicines that I've mentioned before.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Thank you for your answer.
Yeah, of course. Some of these questions in the chat. Yes, this I'm gonna release the challenge to the YouTube channel probably starting next week, the full amount, because I wanted to incentivize people to be here live because it's just so much better. So I'll start releasing them shortly. So yes, this meditation will probably be on YouTube, but just like chopped up, like it won't be any of you guys' faces on there. I'll just extract audio, put over a video, and this meditation will probably be on there, okay? On YouTube here. Next question is, yes, recordings for this will be on the challenge that I showed you guys where in the classroom tab immediately within 15 minutes after the end of this call here. Okay, Michael, go ahead. Oh, let me unmute you here. There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my question is, whenever I'm doing the hemisync meditation, at first I wasn't really hearing anything, and I didn't know if I was talking to myself because I want to get some type of information, type of download. What is this? Just me kind of giving me this information, or is this actually um, that frequency talking through me? Because I don't want to confuse myself and be like, okay, but I hear my voice, but I
It's
don't know if
it's the
this is
same
actually
thing.
me or
It's your consciousness. What is you? Like that's actually a better question. Who are you?
hmm,
What's the difference between who you are now, thinking now, and the version of yourself in the quantum space? Who are you? We should probably start with that question, right? It's one and the
okay.
same. It's consciousness. So remember that power is flowing to and through you. It's the same. It's the same one. Just at some periods, it's more clear. Remember, I've told you guys throughout this challenge that when you close your eyes, your internal world becomes more real than the outside world. There's only two worlds we live in: internal world and
Hmm.
external world. The external world is a reflection of the internal world. So by closing your eyes, you just become less influenced by the outside world. So the conscious mind, the ideas that you give are just more powerful and easier to be downloaded. So it seems like a foreign voice, but really that's just you not distracted
Yep.
by other outside entities, bank accounts, TikTok, this, the kids, this and that. It's just you heard more clearly.
Okay, one last question. When I first started, I would cry a lot, and I never understood that. But now I notice I don't even cry. I mean, there'll be a little bit of tears, but before it was just like tears just flowing down my face.
Yeah.
What do you? Why would that happen?
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like I said, you get emotionally involved in your goal. You see the vision, you see the things. Remember, I told you guys before. I think it was like day one, where eventually you go from that to you do that consistently. Now that same vision for 2 weeks, and now you don't cry anymore. And you're like, oh my god, is it still working? And remember, that's when you go from
You say
excitement
that.
to calmness. When you're moving in calmness now you're calm. You're like, all right, it's done. You don't need to cry and get too emotional about it anymore. It's calm, it's here, it's done, and you move in that frequency with the space of calmness. That's when you start to mature in the meditation. Just so because you guys aren't crying a month into seeing it anymore means that it'll still be there. You just move in a different state now of calmness, you know? Like you're not stressed. Like I look
So
at this goal of like how I
yeah.
attract 1 million YouTube subscribers. Like I have no idea. Like my YouTube channel is like kind of like materially stagnant. It's like it's not really growing like it was before. I'm not really tripping. Like that's the fun part. It's not. It's like okay, what video do I need to create now to go to the next level? So now we're trying different strategies, doing this, doing that, and that's the fun parts to find out. And it's just I'm not stressed out. It's like everything's gonna bend to the reality and the perfect timing as I find the new things to kind of work on it to get to the next level. So that's the fun part as you move in a state of calmness. Make sense?
Makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, Michael. You got it. Tebago.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Blessed and highly favored, man. Blessed and highly
Good,
favored.
good, good. Thank you. I'm Deboho from South Africa. I'm 23 years old, and I've been tapped into your channel, I think, for 2 months now, and I got into your course, the $500 one, for a month, and it's been really great. So I am a YouTuber, South African YouTuber, and I've been doing YouTube for some years now, and I'm at a stage where I've been trying to build a team so that the YouTube can just go to the next level, right? And with the course, I've learned that you can attract certain things, like I've been looking for an editor and searching, and then I just got a random email saying, "Yo, I can be your editor." You know what I mean? And the guy's pretty dope. He's really good, and this week I was getting a haircut, and then a guy got into like the barber shop and was like, "Yo, dude, I watched the channel. I've got some brands and some brand deals for you," and a lot of people from my past, like old friends from like 2 years ago, have been coming to me with like random business ideas. You know what I mean? So, how do you differentiate the BS from, the proper opportunities? Because there's just been so many people coming in with different opportunities,
Yeah.
that might not be related to the YouTube. So how do you differentiate what you should put your attention into and what you should put less attention into, or should you explore
Yeah.
everything?
Uh, okay. It depends. If okay, this is actually a really good question, super advanced. For some people, they need to try multiple things. Like, for example, if you're getting off the ground, when I was 22 years old, scrappy in Miami, sleeping out of cars, figuring life, I was trying multiple businesses and trying to get up. So if you're getting off the ground, guys, then yeah, you try multiple things, okay? Now, if you already passed
Okay.
that stage and you're building, right? So you're building already, that's for some people. Right now, when you're building, you don't want to do that. You actually want to stay focused. So how do you do this? Number one is you go back to your script and your C type goal. Is it in alignment with this? So, for example, when I get pitched to go do some crypto event or to go into real estate, that has nothing to do with my C type goal. So I'm very clear on where exactly I'm going, and I only move in that direction. So it has to make sure that I'm very clear on where I'm going. And so does this opportunity match with that? So that's what we have a C type goal. That's your direction. That's your GPS taking you from point A to point B. So that's the first step.
Okay.
Second step is like now you're in the mix. How do you know what's a good idea? What's about use your intuition. Your intuition, remember, it's the consciousness that's guiding you. That's your internal like prayer is us speaking to God. Intuition is God speaking to us. So it's gonna guide you. You just have to sit and be calm. That's where the meditations come into play. You're like, okay, is this the right move for me? Is how do I feel about this? Like I really do move on intuition on certain things. To come to Dubai, and this is where you have to differentiate your intuition from being going through a terror barrier. You might be scared as shit to make the choice, but the intuition tells you to do that. Like coming to Dubai would scare the shit out of me, but I knew intuitively it was better coming here than going to Colombia. You know, so
Okay.
you'll get these things and you'll be like, okay, I think this is the right play for me at the moment. And remember, it might not be that specific play. It might be the one that you meet to and through it. So for example, like whether we get clients from this event or not, like I'm not really like, whatever. We get clients. We already have like 30 people booked. Like I saw some more people booked right now. It's like, but what I also got some ideas. I had a lot of fun running this challenge. This is the first time I run a challenge from YouTube, which is really cool. And then another thing I got the idea is like, dude, if we can do this online, like we should go straight into live events. So that I got the idea and made a decision to do a live mastermind. So whether it was not this actual challenge that we run, I got more ideas that sprouted from it. Does that make sense? And it might not be this challenge, but what maybe we scaled through physical challenges that was inspired by this quantum leap challenge. Make sense? So sometimes it's not the actual play in front of you. It can be plays that come through the bridge of incidents later on. But sometimes you just got to go through the door and it'll figure itself out. That's just what the bridge of incidents is called, you know?
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you got it. Nice to meet you, man.
Cheers. Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
You got it. All right, Jose, go ahead. I can't hear you there. I don't think your audio is connected, maybe. I said,
Is how
there,
about, how
there we
about
go.
awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot, man. First of all, God keep blessing you and highly favoring you. I really appreciate your time and effort.
Thank you.
I'll leave that already. But my question, you mentioned Primerica, man, and
Yeah.
you
You're
know,
you're in, you're in Southern California, you're in LA, where you at?
I'm actually from LA. I'm in Milwaukee over here, an
Okay.
hour from Chicago now. And family brought me out here 21 years ago on a 5-year plan. I'm going on 22. Life
Yeah.
happens. Um,
Congratulations. Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it, man. But you mentioned Primerica, man, and I was gun ho pre-pandemic. Pandemic shut me down, and slowly I'm getting back in there. Um, you know, you say you're experiencing Primerica. Where would that fall in here for me? I mean, I got all the licenses. Obviously, I don't have the social media following. I have thought about, okay, putting all my eggs in that basket, but just as far as your experience in that, and your programs, where would that kind of like lead me to,
Yeah.
or take on
Yeah,
that?
I think okay. So Net Pride America was great. I did that between 19. I actually dropped out of college for that Bridge of Incidents.
Wow.
Right, that's actually where I first heard about Bob. Was I had like 200 books in San Diego from all the personal development. I like had all these trophies. Pride America. I never made any money in all these years, but I had all these trophies and recognition and recruiting people. Um,
Right.
I would never do it again. Personally,
Right.
I make way more money independently. But at the time, what that did for me was I'm a guy where I come from like my grandma's Mexican. I come from a Mexican household. I went to a school that's like 90% Mexican. So it's like we don't have opportunities. Like I didn't know like the only opportunities was go to college. That's all I knew. So when I heard this company Primerica, they were like, you can make 30 grand a month. I remember being mind blown. Like, oh my gosh. So I jumped in because it was the only thing because I wanted a Ferrari and I wasn't gonna do that as a college student, you know? So it
Right.
was the only opportunity I had at the time. I didn't know anything about like what I know now, like social media. You can make money on YouTube. I was only sold. It wasn't just me. It's like lack of ignorance that I thought that was the only way for me to make money. There was YouTube, there's TikTok, there's millions of ways to make money. I thought that was the only way. But that's where I learned resolve. I didn't quit, no matter how hard it got. There was some tough, tough times in there, and I was broke for so long, and I just never quit. It got me into personal development. One thing that I do recommend for certain people, to be honest, is like for younger people. Like my brother who doesn't have like discipline, he needs to kind of like learn sales and stuff and learn personal development, get around other winners and find a good environment. Like that's what they're really good at is environment. That's what I was good at doing. Then yeah, that's what I was good at Primerica. But honestly, there's way better ways to make money online. And like I remember them saying like 10,000 a month was like, like that's the top thing was RVP and all that. And like I said, I shout out to them. It changed my life. But I think I made 10 grand like probably like this week, probably like yesterday or something, where
Right.
it's like,
Right.
the numbers are just so much more bigger in other industries. So just looking at other opportunities and just weighing up against it. And when you see that, there are much better opportunities if you're just looking for money. But if you just like the environment, personal development, I guess that's the thing. But you can also cultivate that yourself. I don't want to like
Right.
stray you away, but like
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, I wouldn't do it myself
Right.
anymore. But I'm
No, no, I
grateful.
mean,
I'm
yeah, I'm
grateful
not
for
asking.
where how it was in my life.
Right. No, I guess I wasn't clear my question. Where does that fall, as far as, your teachings, your structure, as far as, somebody that's, putting their energy there, doing the personal development
Oh,
with
oh,
you.
oh, oh. So if you took my program, how would it apply to
Yeah.
that? Oh,
Yeah,
that's and see that okay. You know that was if going back to when I was there. I used to bust my ass back in Prime America. I remember going door to door getting prospects. I had to get 10 to 15 prospects a day. I was the number one recruiter in California. Like I recruited like I think it was like 150 directs in like 90 days. Like it was crazy. I was just recruiting, going to malls and names and number. Who knows that stuff in network marketing? I did all that, and I had all these books, but I didn't know what I know now. If I was to talk to that future version of myself, it was like I was flooding my conscious mind, but I wasn't doing subconscious work. I was doing
right,
going to meetings and going to meetings and doing this, but never rewriting self, never rewriting consciousness, never rewriting how you see yourself. And
right.
it's and I know some of the people that have the biggest base shops, they actually took the Bob Proctor program. The guys in Florida, I forgot their names, like they
Yeah,
actually took the Bob Proctor program. That's why they exploded. So it was like you
right,
have to rewrite your subconscious mind. Selling insurance is one of the most lucrative industries. Like one of my best friends sells insurance, but you can apply this mindset to material to whatever you want.
right.
Money comes in so many different forms. And so whatever you decide to do and you rewrite yourself, you will win at whatever you touch. So if you apply
Awesome.
this here, yes, you'll go hit RVP and make $10,000 a month doing 30K in your base shop and just run it like that. So
Right.
whatever you touch, you just have to level up yourself. And this program lets
Awesome.
you, it's like, this is what I learned. Once you become a successful person, then you have a successful business. That's what I do
Right.
is I build successful people, then they in turn go build successful businesses. So that's what we just
Awesome.
teach. So whatever you touch, you'll succeed at once you rewrite yourself. And that's
Yeah.
a process of about 3 months that we do.
Awesome. Really appreciate it because I saw Rachel's example in photography and so on. It's just really universal. But DeAndre, God bless you. Keep having all of that success, and definitely got to follow her, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Jose. All
Same
right,
here.
Murat, we just had our call right before. This will be the final questions, guys, and we'll wrap up. Let me look at some of these questions in the chat. We'll just promote the next challenge right here in the group. So just make sure you're in the group. Well, I'm thinking about the first week of January because that's about 3 4 weeks from now. About 3 weeks from now. So we'll have like a launching into the new year type challenge. I don't know. We'll have a new theme. It'll be new teaching and stuff like that. But yeah, that'll be coming up in January along with the live event. Yeah, go ahead, Murat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Uh, First of all, I would like to say everyone that it was so nice to share these 4 days together. I already feel like we are like a small family. It's so nice to
Yes.
see Michael with his baby. You look so sweet. I wish you all the best, and I am more than sure everyone will accomplish a lot of beautiful things. I just want to make it clear, Andre, about what I asked you in the call about this daily routine, because I'm a
Oh yeah,
routine
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and I want to know what I have to do every morning. Because it's not so clear for me this daily 5 point program, because it's talking about, for example, relax, using the meditation practice in the program, which is hemispheric meditation 1 2 times per day. But which one we should listen to it? Can you please make it a little bit clear for us?
Yeah, so so there's two types of morning routines that we have. So there's one that I give to my clients, like I give them all the meditation lined up and
Mhm.
everything. You guys can find that in any of the programs, whether you join the 299 school group all the way up to 101 or group. I give you the same routine, okay? So that's in there. So here I'll show you right here. So this is the 299 group. We come in here to classroom and we come in here to Millionaire Mindset Daily Routine. And here you are. So let me make this here. So for example, here's the daily routine that I give to my clients. So morning, you have your morning meditation, your breath work, 10 minutes. You have your visualization, and I give them multiple visualizations. They can do quantum jump, they can do freestyle, the guided one, and it could be combined with so visualization is different from meditation. So I teach them that. Then they have their self-talk rampages. This is massive. So for example, you have self-talk and self-image. We talked about self-image yesterday. Self-talk is the words that you say to yourself, the words that you say to yourself. Okay. So we have certain rampages that where you literally rewire how you talk to yourself. Okay. Then you're going to study the program thinking into results 30 to 60 minutes a day. So that's the morning routine. Then you have your afternoon. You do your second visualization and you can study again, optional. And then you do your quantum leap recording. So all the recordings so that I've been teaching over the last couple months. And then in the evening, you do your visualization number 3. You can option to study again, and then you do your sleep track. Okay, and everything's laid out here. So we have
Okay.
the morning meditations, money overflow vision. These are all things I did before Mr. Law of Attraction. I was doing all these meditations. So money overflow visualization, visualization 1, visualization 2, self-talk rampages. These are massive. So for example, I'll play one of them here. So you can see this is a prosperity rampage.
Exactly what I'm worth. I know the value that I bring, and I know my prosperity is here today. And nothing and no one can tell me otherwise, because everywhere that I look, I just see more. I see an increase. I see more coming my way. I can visualize more opportunities flowing in. I can show gratitude for all that I have today because I know it's going to multiply for.
I listen to these every day, and I've been doing that for like 6 months, and it changed my life. It quantum leap my business. So we have one for general money, prosperity. We have one about getting clients. So everything literally that I listen to every single day, twice a day, came true. All the clients flooding me, like my business exploding. Literally, these things changed my life, right? Then we have a money rampage. So money flowing into your life. It's just like money. Like this is how you talk to yourself. This is like the words that you're saying to yourself on a daily basis, not the image, right? How you see yourself, the visualization. This is like your daily talk. This is way more powerful. Anyway, so that's lined up for you in there. And then we have detachment. A lot of you were asking me questions like, how was like when shit was going so bad, my outside world was negative, I was broke, I had like 40 cents in my account, I was like fasting because I had no money. Like, how did I actually get past it? Well, I had to do detachment meditations. You can just find one on YouTube, or you can do the one that I did. So it's inside here. And so this is the detachment. So I detach from my outside world. Sometimes I would have to do that 2 to 3 times a day so I can get over the hump of that. The next month I was making 100 grand a month again. Like every time I need to detach, I would do these visualizations. You can find your own, or you can have the one side here. And then we have guided quantum jump meditation. This is the one from the YouTube channels. So it's just guided here. So we have the quantum jumps here. We have the sleep tracks. So falling asleep and the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And the cool one here, walking meditation. So I have a bunch of walking meditations for you guys. You can come in here and watch these as well. So these are walking meditations that I learned with Dr. Joe Dispenza. So these are like things that I would do when I first got here to Dubai. And with these walking meditations, you're actually walking like that version. So imagine during that quantum jump, you're at that frequency, you open up your eyes, and you start walking like that 7-figure version, literally transmuting that energy to and through you. That shit would make me cry every single time. I'd be crying, and I would do it on a treadmill, and I would just like wake up, and I'd be the most empowered person, make a YouTube video, and just crush it because I was just walking and transmuting for minutes at that higher frequency. So I have like 6 of those for you in there. So any of the programs you guys get from me, that's all like lined up in there for you. Okay, so you can see it. It's
Okay.
like it's visualization, study. What are you guys studying? Like you have to have a study plan. Like what are you guys going to study? Like that's why I have the lower end program for some of you guys. You're like, all right, I don't have 8,500. I don't have 4 grand right now to start. Then just start in the lower program. Start there, like Tobago, right? Tobago, you're in the lower program, right? The not the lower, the school group, right? The entry one. So you're doing those meditations, right? You're doing them every day. You're studying. You see, so he's studying it. So like that, he has a study plan. He has his meditation. He has everything is lined up in there for them. Whether you just do it for 1 month or whatever, like I've lined everything up there for you. So that's one option you can do. That's obviously a paid option, or you can do the 5-step plan that I gave you here in the homework on day 2, I believe, which was like the relax 2 to 3 times a day. You could just do a visualization, put up a random visualization from YouTube. You could start there or create your own and just follow that 5-point plan. You guys can do that one as well. Did that answer your question?
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 11:04 p.m. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this challenge. You guys inspired me to go out there and continue to run them. I'm thinking about running them once a month out of this same group. So we'll probably like run some ads and stuff and just continue to grow the group. I don't know, like there's no promise if we'll just keep doing them, but we'll probably do one more just to test it out, just seeing how it performs. Like if you guys love it, you guys are our community is growing. Obviously, we're getting clients from it. It just makes sense. It's the law of reciprocity. If I give you guys a lot of value, there's a portion of you guys that will come want to work with us. We get paid from it as well, very clearly, right? So a portion of you will work with us. We get paid. It makes sense. We run these challenges. We give value, and then eventually we invest into many of you guys, and you guys are gonna want to upgrade at some point. Maybe some of you don't have the money now, but guess what? You come back next month's challenge. You have some money. You take that leap of faith, and you go to the next level. And so some of you, we're just nurturing you for the next 3 to 6 months. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you'll know who changed your life the most with the free content. And when you do come across some a little bit of money, you know where to come find us and upgrade to the next level. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys built a lot of belief into me as well that we can do some massive things here. Keep watching the YouTube videos. I love the support. Recording will be up. I'll see you guys on the next challenge. For those of you that invited people, I'll see you on tomorrow's Q&A. Send me a message on school. Take care, guys.